Hey everyone, today we're going to explore a volume question that many students didn't manage to get it right during PSLE. And this question had appeared twice in PSLE. The first time was in 2013. It came out in paper 1 section A under MCQ. And the second time was in 2018. It appeared as a paper 1 section B question. Both times they were 2-mark questions. Now many students didn't manage to get this correct because they were unable to visualize the cuboids. So I'm going to show you the wrong way of doing this question first, followed by the right way. And before I begin, you may want to pause the video first and give this question a try. All right, let's take a look at this question. Jasmin formed two cuboids with unit cubes. So unit cubes are basically cubes whereby the length, breadth, and height are the same. So Jasmin used these cubes to form the two cuboids. The length, breadth, and height of the bigger cuboid are 2 times those of the smaller cuboid. Now, upon reading this statement, the biggest misconception is that the bigger cuboid is 2 times bigger than the smaller cuboid. So students might just take 384 divide by 2 to get an answer of 192. So they will think that 192 unit cubes are required to form the smaller cuboid. And that's actually wrong. Or some students might think of it this way. Since the length, breadth, and height, these 3 dimensions of a cuboid, are 2 times those of the smaller cuboid, they might just take these 3 sides, multiply by 2, since it's 2 times those of the smaller cuboid, and say that the larger cuboid is 6 times bigger than the smaller cuboid. And they will proceed to take 384 divided by 6. And conclude that 64 cubes are required to form the smaller cuboid. Now, this way of thinking is also incorrect because in this case, the bigger cuboid is supposed to be 8 times bigger than the smaller cuboid. Now, why is that the case? Let me sketch a simple diagram to show you why.
First thing first, let me draw the length of the smaller cuboid. So let's just assume that the length of the smaller cuboid is 1 unit. According to the question, the length of the bigger cuboid should be 2 times that of the smaller cuboid. So for the bigger cuboid, I'm going to draw a length that is 2 units because it's supposed to be 2 times longer than the smaller cuboid. So we have 1 unit here and then we have another unit here. So that's the length of the bigger cuboid and this is the length of the smaller cuboid. Next, I'm going to label the breadth of the smaller cuboid as 1 part. And for the breadth of the bigger cuboid, it should have 2 parts because the breadth is also twice that of the smaller cuboid. So we have 1 part here and then another 1 part here to represent the breadth of the bigger cuboid. For the height of the smaller cuboid, I'm going to use 1 section, 1s, to represent the height of the smaller cuboid. So as such, the bigger cuboid would have 2s, 2 sections, because again, the height is twice of the smaller cuboid. So 1s and then 2s. The reason why I'm using units, parts, and sections is because the 3 dimensions may not be the same. So with the length, breadth, and height, I'm able to complete the both the cuboids. So there we go, both the cuboids are drawn. Now if you were to examine closer, the bigger cuboid is actually made up of 8 smaller cuboids. Let me show you why. So I have actually dissected the bigger cuboid into 8 smaller cuboids. Hence, if we need 384 unit cubes to form the bigger cuboid, the number of unit cubes to form the smaller cuboid would then be 384 divided by 8, and you will get 48 as the answer for this question.
Now that we know the bigger cuboid is 8 times larger than the smaller cuboid, it can be a bit time consuming if we have to always draw this diagram. So a shorter way to solve this question would be to just take 2 times 2 times 2 to find out that the bigger cuboid is 8 times larger than the smaller cuboid. And then take 384 divided by 8 to also get the same answer of 48. Now suppose they tweak the question a little. Let's say it's only the length of the bigger cuboid that is 2 times of the smaller cuboid. The breadth and the height are still the same. Then we can deduce that the bigger cuboid is only 2 times larger than the smaller cuboid. Or suppose the length and breadth of the bigger cuboid are 2 times of the smaller cuboid, but the height remains the same. Then we can conclude that the bigger cuboid is 4 times bigger than the smaller cuboid. Or it could be the length and the height are 2 times of the smaller cuboid, the breadth remains the same, it's still 4 times larger. Or as mentioned earlier, if it's just one dimension, the length or the breadth or the height, just one of this, that is larger than the smaller cuboid, then the volume will be 2 times that of the smaller cuboid. Now suppose the length, breadth, and height of the bigger cuboid are 3 times those of the smaller cuboid, then this is what you will do. Because the length is 3 times, the breadth is 3 times, and the height is 3 times larger than the smaller one. So overall, this bigger cuboid should be 27 times bigger than the smaller cuboid. So however they test you, you should be able to do this effortlessly without the need to draw a diagram, if you can picture this in your mind. So hopefully you can get this kind of question correct without spending too much time on it. I'll see you at the next one.